Probably one of the most disgusting things you're ever going to see in your life. Not one of the scariest horror movies, but one of my favorites. This is Dead Alive. Dead Alive. This movie is more properly known by the title of Brain Dead, released in New Zealand in 1992 as Brain Dead, but released later in North America as Dead Alive, because there already was a movie called Brain Dead. So I don't know anything about that, but I'm sure this movie is way better. It's a zombie movie. It's a gore fest. Oh yeah, it's a gore fest. I mean, it even says on the box here, goriest fright film of all time. No lies. I have yet to see a movie that is as disgusting as Dead Alive. I mean, Poultrygeist came pretty close. Remember that one? Well, Dead Alive's got that beat. What's it about? Like I said, it's about zombies. Basically, that's all you need to know. It's like an infectious zombie plague going around in New Zealand, in Wellington, New Zealand, in 1957. I mean, the entire outbreak starts from like an explorer, naturalist, guy that works for the zoo, goes to capture a Sumatran rat monkey taken from Skull Island. I don't know if it's supposed to be that Skull Island, but it looks like Skull Island to me. Anyway, they bring this infectious rat monkey hybrid thing back to Wellington, and it creates this incredibly insane zombie plague. That's the gist of the movie. It's just an excuse to have gore, ridiculous gore, ridiculous characters, over-the-top characters. This movie's so awesome, I don't know where to start. First of all, it's directed by Peter Jackson. Before he ever went on to make like Lord of the Rings or King Kong, which I actually love both of those. Yeah, I know King Kong was boring for like the first hour or whatever, and you didn't like Jack Black and whatever. That movie was awesome. Shut the hell up. And Lord of the Rings, dude, it's freaking Lord of the Rings done right. But what is it about this guy that's made this crazy, super gory zombie movie that made the studios want to give him like millions of dollars to adapt like the most classic story of all time? Why did they just suddenly say, hey, you know that zombie movie where the fucking lady's scratching her ear and her ear falls in her soup, and let's give that guy like hundreds of millions of dollars to make Frodo take the ring to Mordor. I don't see the connection. I'm sure he made a lot of friends with this movie, because this movie is awesome. Mainly because it's so fucking stupid. But it did something right here. And the main thing it did right, it was like, we're doing this for laughs. And it got so many laughs out of me. But so many of the laughs, it's like I'm laughing at myself. It's like, oh my god, I can't believe I'm laughing at something so horrible happening to a, at least formerly, human body. All the gore and all the dumb, stupid things that happen in this movie are so funny. There's actually some funny miniature effects in here, which were reportedly actually constructed by Peter Jackson himself. Yeah, Dead Alive, man. It's zombies. It's kind of like Dawn of the Dead zombies, but it's not. It's like, I guess it's more like the Return of the Living Dead kind of zombies, where it's like every little living piece of these formerly human organisms is animated on its own. Or, you know, like you cut off an arm and the arm is still flopping around. There's one particularly funny, gory, I guess, monster in this movie. It was actually like this like greaser guy gets like flushed down the toilet or something, but somehow his lungs and his heart and his esophagus and all the guts and all that stuff get pulled out, and it makes this like gut monster thing. It's a puppet, and it looks so funny, and it's like, but it's so disgusting. There's the famous lawnmower scene near the end, and yeah, that's disgusting. There's like a head in a blender kind of thing. There's, electrocutions, lots of severed body parts, just all around, like just gore beyond gore. That like it's like it gets to a point where the final scene of the movie is like, it's got to be like 40 minutes long, and all it is just effect after effect after effect after effect, and it's like gore, 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 gore. And what's funnier? Oh, this one's even funnier than the last one. Oh, it's crazy. And there's a good like 10-minute scene in the middle of the some of the zombies have sex apparently, and they have a zombie baby, and then our main protagonist has to take care of this zombie baby, and he takes it to this park, and he's like kicking the thing around. It's so stupid, but it's so fucking funny, man. I'm not even going to tell you the story, because the story just like, is there a story? I don't know. It's just they get invaded by zombie monsters, and there's a guy that's like trying to cover it all up at first, because his mother was like patient zero, the first zombie, because she got bit by the Sumatran rat monkey at the zoo, and then she's like cursed or infected or whatever. So the son, her like henpecked son, is like feeling responsible that he has to like take care of this and hide this whole thing, and then it spreads to more people, and he's got to hide it all, and the fucking kung fu priest, probably one of the best scenes in the movie. Our main protagonist, Lionel, his mother rises from the grave, and there just happens to be like this like greaser street gang or whatever hanging around the graveyard at the time. They end up attacking Lionel, and then his mother bursts out from the grave and infects them, and they become zombies. And then all this shit is going on, and the priest steps out of the church, and he's like, "What's going on here?" And he sees zombies are attacking. He's like,
"I kick ass for the Lord!"
And he's Kung Fu Priest, and it's like suddenly it's a Bruce Lee movie for like the next 2 or 3 minutes, and it's fucking hilarious. And then gore, and then more gore, and then more gore, and then kicking a zombie baby. Yeah, you guessed it. Overall, I have to give this movie an A+. This is one of the most memorable movies that I think I've ever seen in my life. It was so hard to find. You couldn't find this in any rental stores for whatever reason, or if you could, it was always out. Never saw it on any streaming, anything like that. Never didn't even know that there was a DVD release of this until I bought this, I don't know, a month ago at a trade show, and I hadn't seen it in easily 20 years, but man, it was worth the wait. And even though I knew exactly what was going to happen and when it was going to come up and everything, and I loved it even more than the first time that I saw it. Dead Alive definitely gets an A+, and that's my highest recommendation for a movie that you should watch this Halloween. So get on it, man. Thank you once again for tuning in to Andy Boy Comics and Toys. I hope everybody out there has a fun and safe Halloween. Don't do anything crazy, man. And until, November, December, happy Halloween, and have a good one out there, everybody.